Hello there. Today I'm going to show you how to use shared folders in Windows to share information across different Windows laptops on your local network. And we're going to be doing this over SMB, so don't need a flash drive, don't need an external drive or anything like that. Okay, you can see here I made a little diagram just to show what it's going to look like. Here we're going to have a central computer that's hosting whatever file we want to share. And over here, we just have another computer. But this can also scale up as we see in this next picture. Okay, here we can see the other image. Same central hosting computer, but in this time, or in this scenario, we have 4 different laptops connected to it. This basically functions like a NAS. There are minute differences, but for all intents and purposes, it's the same thing. Okay, now that we're getting started, I should know that I'm using Windows 10. You might be using Windows 11, but it's the same process. Windows 11 just has a newer GUI, but it's the same thing overall. Same steps. Alright, finally, let's get started. First thing, you go down to the bottom, you're going to want to type in View Network Status and Tasks. Just go there, it's going to take you to the control panel. This left side, click Change Advanced Sharing Settings. This part on Windows 11 is going to look different, but again, same thing. It's just a GUI refresh. Network Discovery, you're going to turn that on. And we'll go to File Input Sharing, turn that on. Make sure we don't want the stuff on for a guest or public network, so make sure that's off. Should be off by default. Under all networks, just turn off public folder sharing. You're not going to be using a public folder. Make sure encryption's up all the way and turn on password protected sharing. Once that is done, you can close out of this. Alright, now choose the folder you want to share. I already have one made here. You can make one yourself. Just a single folder, has important document in it. What you want to do, you're going to right click it. You're going to go to Properties. Windows 11 has Properties on the page too, just in a slightly different position. I'm going to go to Sharing, Advanced Sharing. Click Share this folder. Now let's go to Permissions. By default it marks everyone read. We don't want everyone. We just want one user. Preferably our user that's a host of this computer. Or a user on this host right here. So we're going to enter the name of the user, whatever user you're using right now. Just put it in there. You can run check names, make sure it's registered. Mine registered. It should note right here from this location, the box, that is the host name of this device. You can see the box is listed here, host name of the device. You're going to want to keep that in mind. And we're going to do that later. Once you have the user, click OK. I know this is the user I'm going to be using, but I'm fine with giving myself full control. That's just going to let it so I can modify the file, delete it if necessary, do whatever I want with it. After we make our changes, click Apply, then OK. Right here, number of users. I mean, if you're going to be using a couple different hosts or a couple different laptops or desktops to connect to this shared folder, you might want to keep it higher, but I know that I'm only going to have this laptop and another one connected, so I'm just going to keep it at 2. Once you do that, you can put a comment if you want. I don't care to. I'm going to hit apply and OK. That is done. Now we're going to make sure that this share actually shows. So one way to do that is you just go down to the search, type in computer management, click on computer management, scroll up right here to shared folders, and then click on shares. And here you can see that my stuff, which is my folder, popped up as a share. All these ones with the dollar, those are default / admin shares. Don't worry about those right here. But my stuff, my folder was just created, I see it as a share. I should note that if you ever forget your host name of your computer, maybe it's something like desktop followed by a bunch of random numbers and characters and you can't remember that, just go down to the bottom right here, type about. It's going to bring up about your PCs pop up. Just click on that and it's going to bring you to something like this. And under device name, or to the right of the device name, that is your host name. Okay, so we have our folder set up. So let's go over to our other computer. So now I'm on my other computer. All I gotta do to connect to it, just go down the search bar again. You're gonna wanna do 2 backslashes, not // and type in the host name of your computer. The computer hosting the share, that is. Just type run or click run or press enter. You're gonna get a credential sign in. So we're gonna wanna put the credentials of the user on the host that is hosting the folder share. So on my other laptop, it was tester. Gonna put in my password. You can choose remember credentials. I don't want to right now. So click OK. And I have successfully authenticated to the shared folder. You can see the names right here, my stuff. Just click on that. And here we go. I can now access the very important documents on my other host. And if I want to transfer it to this laptop, all I gotta do is just drag and drop. Once you drag and drop it, you're gonna have 1 copy on your shared folder and 1 copy on the new laptop you just drag and drop it to. And here you go. I clicked on the desktop. So that was a simple, easy file transfer using shared folders on Windows. No extra devices required. And by devices, of course, I mean something like a flash drive or an external hard drive, or maybe even purchasing a separate NAS. Either way, if you want to get rid of the shared folder and turn it off, let's show you how to do that real quick. Gonna go back to my main VM. Here we are, we're back in our other spot. All we got to do, go back to the folder that you initially shared, right click it, go to properties, go back to sharing, advanced sharing, share this folder, uncheck that box, hit apply. Yep, it's giving warning that I had a file open on another computer. That's fine, and kick them off. Click OK. And then you can see, it says my stuff is not shared right there. close that out, and just to be on the safe side, if we want to make sure that it's off, you can just go back to computer management, go to shared folders, shares, and you can see that folder that was initially there a little bit earlier, it is gone. Now for a boring security consideration, one, I would not do this on something like a public Wi-Fi network or something I don't actually own. And the reason for that is other people, potentially threat actors, they could see that your PC has a shared folder. They wouldn't know, they might not know what it is, but they could just see that it's open. They could start trying to do a password attack and guess your username. And if they got the password, and if you're using a weak password, then all of a sudden you could run into a situation where a bad person has compromised your shared folder and they see whatever you had in that folder. So that's why I would just do this on my home network. Something with multiple levels of passwords. Another thing, you might be wondering, well, how fast is this going to be compared to, just using USB and walking across the room, walking across the house or apartment? Well, it varies. Say we have USB 2.0 speed standard right here. This is an older USB standard, but still kind of common. I have a couple things that use it. You can see 480 megabits a second is the maximum rated transfer. Could fluctuate there. It's probably going to be a little bit lower. Here I pulled up Cat5e standard. Max rated is 1000 megabits per second or 1 gigabit per second. Yeah, just max rated speed's going to be double possible transfer of the other one. So, I mean, there's a lot of factors that come into play here. But generally, it could be faster than if you're using older devices. But we have situations where, like, here you can see newer USB standards. Like, I have a couple of external hard drives that are running USB 3.2, and we can start getting really fast here. When you start looking at speeds like this would be much faster than transferring large files over the local network, especially if you only have 1 gigabit cabling at your house. Now maybe you're fancy and you have Cat 6A and a 10 gigabit switch, but just things to consider. And that's not even mentioning Wi-Fi. Either way, hope you learned something. Got something new for your tool belt. And with that being said, until next time.